So, hello Tesseract, welcome.
Hi.
Can you present first, review yourselves for those who don't know you yet? By any
Sure,
chance?
I'm Dan, I am the singer for TesseracT.
I'm James, I play guitar in TesseracT, and we play a style of progressive metal, I suppose. Is that what we do?
Yes.
We can say that. In 2003, you released your last album, Whatever Being. It has been ages since you released a 1 hour long album. Is it because the writing sessions this time was very prolific, or was it because you had some extras from Sonder sessions?
No, we were just trying to be a bit more prolific with the songwriting. We realised that when we released Sonder, it was a relatively short album. During that time when we were writing music, we were quite pressured to be on the road and tour with as many artists as possible, and we had a few opportunities that came up that kind of disrupted the amount of time we had on that record, but we were still really happy with the end product, and that wasn't the main reason why it wasn't as long as what it could have been, but there were some obstacles that we were overcoming. This time around though, we just had a lot more time.
Okay.
We went away, wrote music together in a studio for the first time since I think the last time we did that was on our first album, One, and ever since then it's just been a DIY kind of project. So yeah, we had a lot of fun, got very inspired, and the end result was a big album.
Yeah.
So
you can.
No, nothing to add.
Okay, I'll just leave it there for you.
Was it The Grey one of the first song you recorded? Because, tell me if I am wrong, but I think that The Grey is more Sonder sound-like than a Way of Being sound-like. I don't know how to say that, but...
No, I understand what you're saying. It's funny because The Grey was the first song that we wrote for War of Being, so it was very early on in the process, which would have been the closest to Sonder. That's the only reason I could say it may be a little bit more Sonder-esque. But we did have lots of discussions about making the music more aggressive, I'd say, trying to stay to our roots, like the metal roots, trying to bring that back in. And yeah, I think I've already forgotten the question, so I'll pass it on to you to finish off.
Something about the grey.
The grey, yes, the grey.
You also released a bonus version with 3 titles from your performance at Radar Festival. I have seen that you invited a choir on stage with you to sing along. And was it important for you to immortalize this kind of concept? And why only 3 tracks? And why not the whole show?
Well, to answer the last question, only 3 tracks because we might at some point, possibly very soon, it's not announced yet, so I can't say for sure, release the whole thing as its own standalone album.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So 3 tracks is kind of a taster for what's going to come up, but also they added a lot of some nice material to the special edition of War of Being we released.
But it would be just an audio release or also a video release?
Video release, potentially as well, but I can't confirm.
He may be lying.
I might be lying.
Maybe, yeah, maybe no. Who knows?
But I think that show was a very special show. It's the first time we've done anything at that sort of scale, like a big production. So bringing the choir in was a massive new thing for us, and it was amazing to capture it. And so, yeah, if we were to release it, it would be a very sensible thing to do. But you'll find out soon.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. So can we expect for maybe some next albums or some just standalone singers, some other singers or musicians as guests? I have seen that you have some some musicians for the writing sessions or recorded sessions for War of Being. But can we expecting, I don't know, for the future or some?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We're going to be spending some time in this together, writing more music very soon, actually.
Okay.
So we are not going to leave it 5 years between albums, if that's a hint.
I can understand.
So we're writing, so we don't know where it's going to go. We don't know what's going to come of it, but we're going to try and rediscover ourselves again very soon, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. I know that you can't say so much. But
I mean, that's what we can't say in that sense. We just don't know because it's very early days. But there's a mountain of ideas, but what they become, we don't know yet. But hopefully we will in a few months.
It's just the beginning of the
we have hard drives
process.
full of ideas, but they're all like, you know, very small ideas that need a lot of work. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. It's quite impressive to see that for each of your albums you succeed in changing your sound to something else. Is it because you have some nerds in your bands that love to experience? Or is it just a natural coincidence?
Yeah, I think overall, I don't know, it's always an aim to do something fresh and something different, something that, you know, not repeat ourselves. And I don't know, I think we find it exciting if it's fresh and different, and if we don't find it exciting, we're not going to do it. But also, speaking for Ackle, he's a real kind of tone nerd, and he basically likes to find whole new sounds for each record. And even halfway through an album cycle, he'll change things up because he, you know, gets inspired by equipment, which sounds really nerdy, but I think he does. Which for me is a bit annoying, so I just get learning how to use a piece of gear, and it's like, right now you got to learn how to use this. Oh, all right then.
You're open-minded. And then I have the feeling that your singing is way more diverse than usual for this record. Is it because of your last multiple projects or your live Twitch?
Yeah, it's about both really. I've always wanted to expand my voice into something better. I think every album has a taste of that, this one more so than others, because I'm actually adding a whole new edge to it, which is the screaming aspect of it. You know, I've always had that in small doses, but I'm now at a point within my own abilities that I can do all of this very easily now, and it's something I've been working towards for a very long time, but I'm always looking for that new edge. Like,
okay.
Where can I take my voice next? What can I do with it? What fun can we have? So I think you can expect a lot of what you hear on War of Being. I'm hoping there's going to be some new angles on there as well. I think our songwriting's getting better all the time. So yeah. Yes, testing indeed. Testing.
Did you finish your answer? Or it's...
Yes, there's going to be some very exciting things. I'm going to do different things with my voice and write many more words.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect that.
I mean, actually, we did talk about yesterday about how like there's maybe a slight Bronski beat direction.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
You've done Duran Duran, so it's now time to move on to another 80s icon.
Yeah.
And are you completely free with your lyrics, and some other members can ask for, I don't know, create some subjects, or I don't know, add some lyric sentences? Or...
Are you talking about concepts?
Yeah, maybe, or just your lyrics, you know. Are you writing them completely alone and you offer them later to the members, or they...
Whenever we have demos and songs at the very early stages, I always write my own lyrics. Sometimes we form a concept midway through the process, so I have to reshape my lyrics to help form the concept. This time around I'm very keen on actually developing a concept and writing lyrics deliberately for that concept. So I've kind of started that process already to a degree, but TesseracT being TesseracT, we always have different ways of, you know, making things happen, so it could change. It's really hard to know until we actually start doing it. You know, we all have good intentions and ideas we want to bring to the table, but things change all the time, and that's fair to say, isn't it?
Yeah. A few days before the official release of War of Being, you have released an early access in Steam of a kind of video games or video experience. I've seen, not yet, but you published a video a few days ago about the release on Patreon. But is the game released, or is something else?
No, the game is a thing. It is. We are building it in Unreal Engine. It's a first-person adventure RPG. Originally, when we released The Grey from the War of Being album, we released the song within the computer game that was released on Steam. It was very much a walking simulator to a degree because it was built for VR. However, we've kind of done a 180 on that with the development team, and we're building a full game which is primarily for desktop with VR capabilities. So it is based on the album, it's based on the story and the concept, all the characters are in the game. It's going to have its own soundtrack, it's going to include the War of Being music in the game, it's going to have musical mechanics. It's going to be, hopefully, something to be very, very proud of. And it's, you know, I've already spent 3 years building this game.
Yeah,
we're quite far in. I'm the game director for this game. I work with a bunch of volunteers all around the world, and with 2 other developers who are the core members of DM TesseracT, which is the game development company which I formed earlier last year. We're making lots of connections, meeting some exciting people in the gaming world, getting the name out there, you know, finding new fans through gaming as well. It's just a very exciting exercise. Whether I do anything else in the future, who knows, but I've learned a lot of skills. We're building a lot of code which could be easily transferable onto another project if we wanted to, so we shall see.
Okay. Perfect.
But we do have a Patreon, by the way.
Yeah.
I would like to shout about that because we want to stay independent. We don't want to sell out to a bigger company. We don't want to sell the idea. We are DIY. It's not going to be a AAA game. It's going to be indie for sure, unless something drastically changes. But we have launched a Patreon. We're looking for support from the fans to help us make it happen. So, thank you.
Yeah, and if you don't know Patreon, it's a cool way to support artists and
for sure.
bands.
There are things like Kickstarter, which we did at the start of the process, but developing a game is extremely expensive. Yeah. Because there are so many specialities within it.
It's a very long time process. So.
Very much so, and it's primarily 3 people that are building this. So to sustain its longevity, we've decided to create a Patreon. There are loads of awesome rewards in that. You can have your voice in the game, have your own character designed, loads of different perks. So go check it out for sure.
So we can conclude briefly. It's fine. I have just one more question. Actually, I have more, but it's not the problem. I have seen that some people, including me, asking you or asking some forums if you are volunteer to do an evening with kind of show or kind of tour. I've seen that many bands like Dream Theater can doing just one night with just them, and they can do a whole album or I don't know, a retrospective like a portal show maybe. So is it an idea that you can have?
I mean, it's something we may have thrown around, but it's not something we're going to do right now. I mean, we've been thinking about album anniversaries because it's 10 years of
Polaris era.
Yeah, 10 years of Polaris. However, we're playing absolutely 0 Polaris songs right now, so it'll be a lot of work to get that up. But yeah,
it can be fun.
No, it is something we're talking about, but we don't have any immediate plans for that. But yeah, it's good to know there's interest. Maybe we should discuss it some more.
I have this thing in Reddit, and I thought it was a very good idea, including for you.
What do you think the set should be? What should we do in our evening with?
It's kind of difficult. You can think of 2 acts. I don't know, like 2 albums for each act. You can think of a best of tour. I don't know, with 2 hours or 3 hours if you are brave enough.
Well, because if we do Sonder album, that'd be a nice short show.
But thank you. Yeah, I will not take any longer time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. I can't wait to see you on stage tonight and have fun.
Cheers, man. Cheers, man. Appreciate it.